Yo, people, I can't lie, I'm a bit gassed for this one. We got one of my favorite keyboard manufacturers, Keychron, in the building with their Keychron K5 Pro. Let's get this thing unboxed and see what I want. Alright, so I can't lie, I already unboxed this on Instagram, but I'll just show you what's in the box. Little USB, obviously you get some little paperwork and them things there. Little quick start guide, you get the vibes. You also get a couple of extra keys, little keycap locker. Where's the extra keys? Extra keys, them kind of things there. And obviously we're out here for this keyboard right here, fam. Super low profile, clicky mechanical keys. And I'll give you, do you know what? Let's go in with the sound test right now. Alright, now let's do a little keyboard tour going from right to left. We got some customized little keys up here at the top, little number pad thing. Fam, can I just say, yeah, the way that these are all low profile, so very wavy. Anyway, so I'm getting sidetracked. We got a little button here for RGB lighting, another one which is for like mic mute and stuff like that. Not even sure what this key is. Oh, it's the, what's it called? Print screen. We got, what's it called? Volume keys at the top here, as well as media keys. We got lighting for your MacBook Pro or your laptop, whatever's connected. You got like multitasking windows and some more multitasking windows, or maybe that's the apps kind of thing. And you got more brightness for I guess whatever's connected really. And then yeah, you got all the normal buttons that you'd expect. Now they do have Windows keycaps as well, but on here as default are the Mac keycaps. As you can see, you can easily swap them out with the included switch plucker and all them things there. And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, up here obviously you got a little two LEDs. One is for caps lock and one is for Bluetooth. Then over here you got two more switches. One is for Bluetooth or using cable connectivity, and then you got Windows mode or you got Mac OS and iOS mode. You also got your USB-C right in the middle here. On the back you got a two-stage little stand to stand it up, get a different typing angle on the keyboard itself, and you just got some rubber feet all around so it's not sliding all the way around your desk. Now just to run connectivity by you real quick, there's only two methods, fam. So we haven't got 2.4 gigahertz because there's no dongle that's included with this keyboard. You literally got Bluetooth and you got wired USB-C mode, which is obviously going to charge the keyboard at the same time. Now, one of the sick things with the Bluetooth mode is that you got 3 different presets that you can fast switch between by literally clicking 1, 2, or number 3. Pairing with Bluetooth is pretty much simple as well. All you got to do is literally press the FN key, hold whichever number 1, 2, or 3 Bluetooth you want to pair, hold that for like 4 seconds, and then you can find the device on whatever device you're trying to connect it to basically. Now using this thing for Windows was legit with all the shortcuts up there, but I've recently gone on to Mac and I didn't realize Mac had so many shortcut buttons that just work perfectly, fam. For example, the task switcher and the Windows switcher keys, je ne sais quoi, fam. Having them quick there, I never knew that was a possibility to have that as a shortcut, fam. Same with the screenshot key on Mac. You have to flip and press, what is it, shift and then press the Mac button and then press number 4, whereas I can just press this and be off I go with a little screenshot and paste that anywhere I need to paste it. Another sick thing is the RGB. So if I just turn this on, you should be able to see the RGB that's going on here, fam. Yeah, there you go. Even in the bright light, my little video light is on it at the moment, you can still see the RGB going on. And you got bare different patterns, literally just by pressing this thing here, fam. You might be able to see, there you go. It's changed to something else now. I don't know if I'm going to go through every single, it's like it's going left to right now, or right to left, whichever side you're on. I don't know if I'm going to go through every single RGB configuration and pattern that's on this keyboard in this video. If you do want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. But for now, yeah, there you go. I'm just showing you this. This is like a little circular one. Anyway, bare different RGB patterns and all them kind of things there on the keyboard. And you don't have to fight with no software to do that. You just press the button and off you go kind of thing. Now, this is the key Keychron customization software. 2 reasons I love this software is because it's online, bro. Man just searches Keychron online customizer. You get this Keychron launcher thing. You obviously just go to connect. You get your little thing up here, your little keyboard up here. You go on connect. It does a little swirly swirl in the middle here, and then sooner or later it should say that the keyboard is connected. Boom. Man can customize every single key on the keyboard. My online configurator. I don't have to download anything to the computer, which is good because if you're using a work computer now, sometimes those work computers don't let you download additional programs. Furthermore, even if you can download additional programs, do you really want more program on your computer running in the background, taking up resources, fam? Like, you got crazy levels of stuff here. You got the backlight you can sort out, you've got macros, you've got quick start settings here, you got going on, you've got firmware update, which you can do directly from here, got wireless firmware, fam. Bears. And key mapping is crazy because you can actually map any key to anywhere on the keyboard, bro. Any key to anywhere. But I'm more time looking at those extra buttons that we've got on top there. I can put what I want. I can actually put what I want. Like, if I want it to be F1, if I want it to be enter, if I want it to, can I get it to, I can get it on media keys, macros, special keys, sleep, yeah, sleep, wait, scroll lock, all that good stuff, man. Man's got 4 different, basically I got a 4-bit Steam Deck up there in the bottom, in the top right corner. Bare different things here, fam. Lighting, custom keys and everything, Siri, Cortana, whatever. I don't even think it's called Cortana anymore. It's called like Copilot, but you get what I'm saying, fam. And then you got different layers as well. Brother, you've got bare customization. Now, one thing I'm assuming you might want to see is me take one of these keycaps off. Oh, it got the switch stuck to it, which is brilliant because I wanted to show you the switch as well. So this is the switch, little blue clicky switch. Yeah, it's just a low profile one. I don't think I've ever seen a low profile blue clicky switch before. And obviously you got the super low profile keycap as well. And then those just slot back into there and we're pretty much good to go. Now, obviously you don't know we got to do a little bit of gaming on it. Just to give you the specs again, the polling rate whilst this thing is plugged in via USB-C is 1000, and the polling rate whilst it's doing Bluetooth wireless is only 90, fam. So you're literally getting, I don't know, what's the maths? 10 times more, over 10 times more polling rate just by plugging it in, kind of thing. So you esports warriors, yeah, if you're gonna want to get the best kind of performance that you can get out of this keyboard, then you're gonna want to have it plugged in. But then saying that, I felt it felt good regardless of it being plugged in or not. But obviously I'm not an esports master like you guys. I'm just letting you guys know what you need to do. Everything felt pretty much instant. Didn't notice no ghosting on the keys kind of thing. Yeah, man, no, it felt really good for gaming, especially with the keys being low profile and feeling like they kind of have less travel before the key is activated. Anyway, in conclusion, guys, I guess we gotta look at value for money and who is this keyboard for. Now, obviously, as a mechanical keyboard, it's for you keyboard warriors out there. You're looking for something a little special, especially this being one of the very few low profile mechanical keyboards out there. The fact that you can get blue Keychron clicky switches on it as well means that typing experience for people that are loud and proud like myself is wicked, fam. I just like the way it looks. It looks so good on the desk. The RGB is extremely bright, as you could see when I was showing it to you in daylight, let alone what the RGB looks like at nighttime or in low lighting kind of thing. You got Bluetooth 5.1 there. You've got obviously USB mode as well. No 2.4 megahertz transmitter included, so no wireless receiver like that, which would have been good to get your kind of high polling rate wirelessly if you do need that in your setup. But again, purists will probably want to have the thing plugged in. I can see this thing online for like $70 at the moment, which is a steal that this much of a quality keyboard would be under £100 in the first place. I think it's pretty decent battery life as well. Let me know if you guys feel like there's going to be any issues with this thing, because for me, using it over the past month, it's been fine. And it's actually my go-to daily driver for keyboard at the moment. So yeah, if this review has been of any help at all, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so you're locked in for the next content drop.